of Potato Town. This is Season 1, Episode 6. So in the last episode, we went ahead and built up an ender and went mining with the wither. And also built a slime chunk, or dug one out, I guess. And this episode, we really need a source of fuel so we can start smelting a lot of items, like glass. And then that'll help out a lot. So I think we're going to build up a kelp farm. And also we're going to start building up our main base. And I will you guys will see what that looks like later on in this episode. So hopefully we are able to get both those done. Alright, so slight change of plans. We're going to help out Peachy. She asked us if we could help out for a prank. And we're going to need a lot of this. Working on pranking Des with Peachy and Sky, because Des hasn't been on in a while. But as you can see, it's quite a big project. I'm not going to give away too much right now, but it's going to be big. I am Snoopy Doodle, miner of blocks, collector of items, hoarder of things, because honestly no one else bothers to pick up any of this junk, so I'm just going to keep picking it up until we have a complete overflow, and then my wife yells at me because we have too much stuff. Okay, so you might be wondering, where are you? And I'm on the roof of the nether, actually, and I made a hole down there so we can get back down, and I also made a portal up here so we can quickly access it. But we're up here because we need a lot of gold for this prank that we're going to pull. So, mostly just for aesthetics, but I've already started the chests for collection of the gold. We're going to be building up Logical Geek Boy's gold farm. I'll put a link in the description down below. So I'll keep you guys updated as I go along. Alright guys, so you can see I'm working on building up the platforms, and we are wearing Frostwalker boots so we can stand on the magma without getting burned, and only zombified pigmen and gas can spawn on the magma blocks, so we're going to use that to our advantage and use glass to stop them from spawning up here. And then also attract them into the center with a turtle egg, and then they're going to die. First layer done. See? Really simple. It's just a bunch of magma blocks, some trapdoors, some turtle eggs. And this is actually already a functioning gold farm, minus the AFK spot up there. But we're going to put in a few more layers, 5 in total, and then we're going to start seeing if we can get some gold. Alright guys, so I've completed the gold farm with the help of Peachy. We've got a sorting system, so we're only sorting out golden nuggets and ingots, and then the rest of it's going to end up into auto dropper and just getting destroyed, but right now it's just backing up in here with all the rotten flesh and swords if they drop them. But now I just have to build an AFK platform and the trash can portion of it, and then I'll be ready to get all the gold in the world. Okay guys, so we're up here at the AFK spot. Can't actually see them rendering in, but I can see them splatting to their death. So I think that means that it's working. And I'm going to try AFK here for a little bit and see how much gold we can get. Okay guys, so the gold farm was extremely successful. As you can see behind me, we ended up having to actually remove the item sorter because it was just too much, like too many items. So all the rotten flesh was stopping all the golden nuggets from getting through, and then we just ended up doing regular bulk storage. But now we have several stacks of gold blocks, and we're going to be able to go into finishing up this prank room, and I'm going to show you guys a quick preview of that right now. Alright guys, so we actually did a prank on Des. This is over by her desert house. So we made the Cave of Wonders while she wasn't on for a while. And if you go inside, this is what we needed all the gold for. And we made that whole gold farm just for this prank. there was a block of diamond here, and then when you remove it, it's hooked up to an observer that has a piston, and then when it'll push down the redstone block, which will set off some observers that are facing to the dispensers, which dispense a bunch of TNT into water, and then it'll make an explosion in the area, but it won't blow anything up. So it's really cool. Oh, and then all that is just to distract you from lava falling from the sky, and then it traps your way out up the stairs. So I thought that was pretty fun. So Peachy and Des have a clip about that in their videos. So if you want to see how the prank turned out, you'll have to go check out their channels and see it. Oh, I'm gonna die. Ah! Ah! Alright, I'm gonna live. Alright, now that we've gotten that prank out of the way, we can get back to doing what we had originally planned, which is building up our house with Peachy. So, let's go into a time lapse of that. Alright guys, so here's the finished house. It's not completely done on the inside, but the outside is looking really nice. We're still trying to figure out what we're going to do on the inside as far as floors and lighting and all that stuff, but the outside I'm pretty happy with the design. Looks like a birdhouse is what Peachy likes to describe it as. It's got these big open arches that you can fly into like this. But yeah, so that's our house. I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse, and hope you guys like the build. Alright, so now that we've got one of the two things that we had originally planned on doing in this episode, let's get to the second one and build up that kelp farm so we have a nice source of fuel. I'm going to be using Ilmango's kelp farm design, and we're going to see if that's better than just a passive one. We're using a bone meal powered design, because we have plenty of bones from this farm here, and then also we can build a moss farm later on and get even more bone meal. So let's get into it. So we're building up Ilmango's bone meal powered kelp farm. I'm actually messing up right here, and I meant to place all these first. And so these observers are facing the rails and detecting that. You go up into these droppers, which then go into these dispensers, and it'll spit out bone meal into the kelp and grow it up. This is what the whole system looks like all done. Now I am filling in some water. I got the top stream that goes off to the side, and I break the blocks underneath it so that the kelp can actually get up to the top. Then I have to place water sources here all along and get some waterlogged signs so that the kelp doesn't grow up and turn the flowing water into water sources. But then I have all this. I built it 2 blocks off, so I ended up having to take all this stuff down and move it over by just 2 blocks. But here's me placing in the kelp blocks, or kelp in general, and then now you can see it's moved over by 2 blocks, so that was bugging me. And then that's what it looks like when it's working. I actually had to grow up the kelp so that it would flow all the way up, but apart from that, it's working. This is the final room all done. So guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Potato Town. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We got to have a lot of fun and prank our friend, and got to build up this awesome build in the background you see. And then now we also have a source of fuel, so I'm hoping that will solve our fuel issues because we've been running out of coal, and I don't really like to go mining for it, so hopefully we can use that instead. And now it's going to be time for the verse of the day. 1 John 4. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out all fear, because fear involves torment, but he who fears has not been made perfect in love. Alright guys, so once again I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hopefully we can catch you in the next one. See ya!